Welcome to episode 2 of the Neetz and Ali show.
So happy to be back here and able to chat with you guys about what we've been up to in the past few weeks.
Yeah, and thanks for watching the pilot episode. We got some really good comments and it means a lot.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely get Lotta on here. We saw that request, so we'll get that sorted, no problem.
I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But today it's just us. Again.
Sorry.
Just kidding. But where we left off last week was we were celebrating Neetz's birthday.
Yep. Yeah, for those out there who don't know, apparently I'm sort of like a grandma because I like to drink Di Serrano, Amaretto and Coke, for all those that don't know. And Ali got me a really nice bottle of that, which I was very appreciative of.
And then
what could you do?
Another thing, she changed her style a little bit and used to always rock her snapbacks and her caps, and I was really missing the old Neetz, and she had kind of said, I can't really wear caps anymore because of her friend up there.
You know, spoiling a new dude, so the cap thing wasn't really going to work, but Ali's so inventive. She got a really nice grey cap and cut out a hole in the top so that my bun, you know, she thought of everything, can fit through the top of it.
And she still hasn't worn it.
Yeah. It's going to happen, but probably behind closed doors.
Anya and Lena, who both like a little top knot bun up there, also tried it.
They tested it out.
Worked awesome.
Yeah.
So Anita's is a little bit bigger, so I think the whole...
I might have to make a slight minor adjustment. Let's just put it that way.
But we had a really great time. Here is a clip of Neetz when she got one of her favorite desserts, a little bit of fried banana.
Oh, with some ice cream.
With little sparklers and singing happy birthday.
Yeah.
Dear Neetzy, happy birthday to you. Woo! It's always awkward when you hold the camera and sing because your voice is very prominent. So I tried to tone it down, but apologies. Here's also a photo of us from that night. We actually celebrated at the same place, the same restaurant, this awesome Vietnamese place, the year before. Here's a picture from the year before. So I don't know, have we changed that much? The hairdo?
I think we're still young and youthful.
Yeah, you are. And Neetz had little buns.
You know, that awkward growing out your hair phase, and especially like for me transitioning back into my natural hair and all that stuff. So yeah, you know, you just gotta like suffer and bear it. And
okay, those little buns were really cute.
The way I had to rock it, I had to rock, you know, the 2-bun look.
So I want to know, when did those 2 buns get too big that you...
Yeah, I mean, they just grew out a little more, and you know, I watched a lot of these YouTube tutorials about hair and how you can style it differently, and then I found out that you could just get this like one big band and tie it around, and then, you know, when you're going through that transition phase from short to sort of medium-ish length, or when you're trying to get there. So yeah, it worked out good. So now I'm gonna rock this for a while and just see how my hair regimen goes.
Well, I really like it.
Thank you. Yeah, I found 2 really good shops. Actually, one of them is a Ghanaian owned, for you Ghanaians out there. So that was super cool. But yeah, there are fewer. I think there are a lot more today mainstream products crossing over into sort of the curly hair, afro hair industry, which is nice because then you can sort of find some supermarkets that might carry some of those products, you know. But yeah, these stores are really useful for me. I know I can always find sort of what I need, and you know, they know me now, so they probably just provide it anyway.
So what do you think it's more common now to have natural hair, or what made you change your mind?
Yeah, I think there has been this sort of like, it's you know, revolution is a big word, maybe, you know, not as strong as that, but this kind of acknowledgement of people sort of embracing their natural self in general. And it's come across with everything, even like health and nutrition. People want to take more care of their bodies in general, and fitness, and I think the hair thing also has become a big deal. And you know, there's so many more hopefully more diverse images of people that we get to see and sort of express, and it's cool to have some of those like bigger celebrities, sort of like Alicia Keys when she did the whole non-makeup, you know, issue.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Right, and so like she embraces her natural freckles, and you know, and then you've got like other celebrities who are suddenly like Lupita Nyong'o, like, you know, rocking the natural hair and saying, this is me, like this is how it is, like take it or leave it. And I think it's given other people the confidence to be like, yeah, like, why am I going to all this extra effort to like, you know, not only spend so much money going to the hairdresser to straighten it for it to last for a week, you know, and then be completely destroyed in the rain. We live in Sweden, people.
When you have your hood on, oh my god, we were watching some clips from training yesterday, and you can see everyone is kind of really cold, and there's just one person with this big ol' hood, their rain jacket hood on, and it's just like a perfect circle because of Neetz's hair, and it's like seriously like Kenny from South Park. It's just this big bobble.
Listen, I don't play when it comes to my hair. That doesn't happen. It's a complete disaster, and it just takes me too long to correct it.
Well, I love that there's a movement towards accepting your natural self and appreciating natural beauty, and especially what Alicia Keys did with the no makeup, and she rocked that for a long time. Of course, it's a little bit unfair when you're that beautiful, like I feel like, and flawless skin, then you don't need makeup, because I also understand if you want to cover up if you have acne or whatever, if you want to look a little bit special. But at the same time, you're mentioning your sister and how she wears different wigs. Yeah. And that's something that I would really want to try, because I mean, for my hair is like permanent bedhead. It's just how people wake up in the morning. That's how my hair is all the time. I can straighten it 20 minutes later. It's just like this, like you went to the beach every day and it's just dry, and that's just how it is. I know that's something that's not in every culture to wear wigs, and but it's something that's like really interesting to me. Yeah,
I think, you know, especially with Afro hair, or you know, in black culture in general, we've always experimented with our hair. Our hair is it's quite versatile in a way. You know, you can braid it, you can cornrow it, you can put a weave in it, you can relax it. There's lots of things you can do with it. And the wigs is just the sort of a new trend also, because I think a lot of people realize, you know, our hair also is so delicate that to do all those looks and styles all the time can actually be quite a stress on the hair. So just to have a wig sometimes is a little bit playful, and you can sort of embrace maybe different parts of your personality with the hairstyle, like, you know, especially if it's seasonal, like, okay, you know, I want a summer look, so I go for like a brighter wig, you know, or whatever. Yes. And it's cool because I see my younger sister who is into that and does that, and it's cool, like she's bringing out a part of her personality and she has the confidence to carry it. But she's also very creative, you know, she's making the wigs herself, and yeah, she's really into she's studying and learning about makeup and beauty regimes and stuff. So
we need to get her on the show.
Yeah, we need to do a little stint with her. We have a lot we can learn from her actually. But no, I just think in my culture it's very much also considered a protective hairstyle for all those that maybe want to transition from relaxed hair to natural hair, or just want to give a break to their hair from all the things they've been doing. But it seems like a lot more people are embracing it, even regardless of being from my culture. You know, other companies and mainstream companies are also promoting the use of wigs and sort of bringing out another character of yourself out with that.
They're surprisingly expensive for good ones.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer, because I was thinking I could have a ton of different ones. But we should go wig shopping.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. We'll totally do it.
And you can help us.
You guys have to vote on which wigs are the best wigs.
Because I definitely can appreciate that I dyed my hair and it wrecks it. I mean, it's not good for it. But I do want to have maybe a little bit of blonde, or then go really dark or short without having to actually cut my hair away, because it takes 5 years for me to grow an inch of hair. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. You want to go out on a night out and you just want a different look, you know? It's no different to, like, in a way, dressing up.
Exactly.
But yeah, but going back to the whole, you know, embracing your natural self and everything, the whole point is that women as a whole, we should just feel relaxed to do whatever we want.
Yeah, and it's because we want to do it.
Yeah, if I want to, you know, if I look like crap one day, I look like crap one day, and I want to wear sweats and I go out, that's fine. But if I decide to put on makeup, that's also fine. It's my choice, your choice.
Right. but not feel like you have to.
Not feel that you have to,
Yeah.
and not feel judged for
Yeah.
doing either or.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that. Definitely. Speaking of body and looks and trends,
Yeah.
I was with our teammate, my best friend Lena. She was getting a tattoo yesterday, not her first one, but I still think it's a really big deal. It's something that's permanent. And Neetz has a lot too. I only have one little one here. But so I was there for, I think, 2.5 hours with her yesterday. She got this beautiful feather, and you can see it here. Really, really nice, and has some symbolism. It has her lucky number, and it has the initials of her grandparents who passed away. A really meaningful and beautiful tattoo that this guy, a movable tattoo, who actually lives in your building, I'm pretty sure.
He lives in my building?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I need to find this guy.
Yeah. He was so awesome, and then he said his address, and we were like, not only is that right across the street from me, from here where we are now, but I'm pretty sure it's in my building. So he, saw her picture and just designed it. And it's such an art. It was so beautiful. And Ella and Aaron actually were out walking their dogs and came in and checked out the tattoo parlor. And, we're in awe. And, Aaron's like, I still have some space here. I'm going to come back. But
that's cool.
Tattoos are something that I can't think of one friend in high school. I don't even know if I had a teammate in college or a friend in college that had a tattoo, and I didn't have one yet. There must have been one or two, but and there were some Olympians who definitely had the rings, but it was not as common. And then moving here and seeing, I don't know if it's Europe, it's soccer players, it's
everyone.
But it is everyone.
Moms,
dads. Lena's mom has a couple tattoos.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so common.
It's so much more common.
But what is...
I don't know, because I would agree with you, actually. When I was in secondary school and college, I didn't know of any of my close friends, at least, having a tattoo. Mm-hmm. No one really had tattoos.
When did you get your first one?
I got mine at 18.
Oh, you were the first.
So, yeah, I was one of the first with a friend.
And which one was your first one?
My first is on my wrist, which is a zodiac star sign for Taurus.
Oh, yes. The bull.
Yep, the bull. Signal all my strong qualities, of course. No.
Our coach is also Jack. Taurus. They're so similar. Big personalities.
But, I mean, I would say that it's obviously a lot more common. And even moving from England to here, I was like blown away by how common it was
here.
Yeah.
So it is. It's a
Sweden
thing.
Because I actually think, I know like tattoos exist in Britain for generations, for years and years, of course, but we're still somewhat of a more conservative culture as a whole. Maybe not explicitly, but in general. And in Sweden, it feels that it was so much more liberal here, and so much more accepted.
True.
And because I remember even when I got my tattoo. I was like, don't know if I can show mum yet. Don't know if I can show dad yet. Might have to hide this one on the down low for a little while. But here it seems like there was no sort of stigma attached to like what opportunities were available to you, or what jobs, like if you want to be a teacher or you want to be a doctor or you want to be a police officer. Like it doesn't really matter at all.
Yeah, that must be it, because I'm trying to think. Just the reasoning or why it's like that. But that's got to be it, because I think. When I started playing professionally, then it was very common. And then you can understand it's a different type of job.
Right.
And you don't, there aren't these kind of requirements of what you have to wear or how you have to look or, a button, dress, whatever. You can, and it's very common for athletes from every country, I think, to have tattoos.
Yeah. I think so.
But then outside of that, I don't think, but that must be it. I mean, here, I don't think there is, it's so much more progressive in that sense.
Yeah,
where
I just feel that the judgment isn't on what you look like, and it should obviously in general always be about how good you do your job or what you do, of course. But I know even in the back of my head, parents and other people around would be like, maybe you should think about not getting a tattoo and not doing this.
Will you be able to cover it up for your job? That's kind of the big question.
Yeah, exactly. But here, like you said, having like Lena's parents or whoever, like embrace sort of the creative element of tattooing and it not being an issue at all. Everyone kind of has one.
So how do your parents feel about tattoos?
Actually, my mom, not so long ago, was like, maybe I'm thinking about getting something small or nice, you know, and I was really shocked, like blown away, like fall off your chair, you know. But no, initially, I mean, she wasn't exactly thrilled, but I feel like, you know, your parents sort of learn with you a little bit. Like, they're of a different generation, of course. I can understand that they, you know, they weren't so used to it, wasn't so familiar. But now, you know, they go with the times a little bit, and they see what their kids do, and the world around them. They kind of like, well, yeah, that's kind of how it is. And
okay, actually, maybe your parents, not my parents. They are not for tattoos.
But my dad, I mean, I don't really know what his opinion is. He never really has given me an explicit opinion. He's always sort of like quite neutral and like, oh, that's nice, yeah, whatever, you know. But I don't think he would ever get one himself. Never, you know. But he's never like, he's never been negative about it to me or my sister who has, or my brother who has a tattoo. So he's been cool. My mum was a bit at first like, the sleeve I have, she was like, oh, that's a bit much, isn't it?
Get closer. Show your beautiful sleeve.
I got this tattoo, and basically it's a map of Africa with a Maya Angelou quote inside, and also on the back side I have another quote from her, and a Polynesian artistry here. And yeah, I got it when I first came to Sweden, like 2012, an artist in Gothenburg. And yeah, I was just like, whatever, I'm doing this. Like, I want it, you know? I didn't even care. I kind of knew in the back of my mind my mum's going to be a little bit like, but I was just like, whatever. So when she first, I think once she got over the shock factor, then she was like, actually, that's kind of nice. Oh, you know, like, I like the butterfly. And, you know, the mat, like, it's nice, but maybe you could have stopped there. You know, like, kind of like that. But now it's cool, so whatever. Parents.
Well, speaking of people changing their minds, I was thinking about when we, on our podcast, how we're talking about Swedes and kind of the being a little bit less friendly on the street, or kind of the, and two polar opposite things happen. Now when I've been out, when I see people, I smile and say hi.
Yeah.
And not one person has said hi back or smiled. Like, avoid eye contact and just walk by. So I was like, oh, Swedes. But then I was so I'm moving, and I was picking up a bed and had to move it from one apartment to the other, and Neetz was helping me.
Yeah.
And you can see here, this is one piece of the bed.
And of course, now it begins to rain. Typical. You're doing a great job though. I'm just being a cheerleader.
Oh, it's windy.
Keep going.
So this is one third of the bed that we're moving here. Neetz was being my eyes. But this guy just asked if we needed help.
Yeah.
And he helped us carry, so not this, because we had this little wheelie thing, the huge 180 centimeter, what is that, a queen, enormous, it could be a king, it's standing here in my living room, it's huge. And he helped us. Basically, you can't grip it. It's floppy. So we're just have the fabric just like, Neetz is bleeding and like our fingers are just ripping, and we're just carrying this thing, and he carried it from the street in through the gate all the way along to where the like front of my particular front door building is, and helped us, and it was so nice. It's raining, like so he just like renewed my faith in Swedish people. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm waiting now because when the sun is out, the people seem to be a lot friendlier.
Good. Yeah, positive, you know?
So that's why I've kind of been doing this experiment.
Always move in the summer.
Yeah. Yes, do that. So the big move is, oh my gosh, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.
So exciting.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be crazy. But hopefully that guy is on the street when
the time comes.
Moving.
I'll sub him in for me. He can carry.
It's pretty funny when the team comes over, and it happens in a couple hours, but you've been there at every move.
Yeah.
So if you ever
removal
move,
girl,
I'll be there.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, so it's fika time.
Yeah.
So we are going to make some acai bowls.
Hope you guys are ready for this.
Yes, come with us to the kitchen.
All right.
Okay, we got Neetz here with the banana and my trusty food processor that I use for everything. So we've got these awesome little smoothie packs of acai from Macacos, a Brazilian mother-daughter duo who has brought acai to Sweden, and I love it. It's so awesome. So you can make your acai bowls at home. All right, so it's half a banana for each brick. So we've got 2 for each of us, so 1 banana.
But yeah, our team is like pretty big fans of acai, I would say, right?
Yes, especially now when the weather is getting better.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure the Brazilians and whatnot out there are like cracking up laughing. Like, we've had this forever.
I know. We're late to the game, but we love it. All right, it looked better in my head. But we've got...
This is our decorative effort. I'm not sure we should send this one to Gordon Ramsay on Twitter.
He'll rip us. Almond butter, banana, berries, mango, bee pollen, hemp seeds, coconut.
Yeah. Can't wait to tuck you in. Let's go.